Just want to thank everybody for being here. We've had a great time this week. Looked at it as a business trip, and our guys really taken hold of that. Had a great week of prep. Really excited about the game with a great opponent. I've known Kalen for a very long time. We talked about our days when we were in the MAC, going around Chicago. And I was at Central when he was at Eastern, and I always had a lot of respect for him and how he runs his program and what he's done. And obviously we faced last year in the national championship, and just tremendous respect for him and how he's built programs and his winning traditions. And but really excited for this game. Our players are excited. It's gonna be a great challenge with a great team, great opponent. So ready to kick this thing off. Yeah, really excited about the guys that are gonna play in the game. Evan Link obviously been there, moving over to the left. Andrew Sprague, getting a start. I feel really confident about him. He's a guy that's super talented. We've moved in the game a little bit and played, and the guys that have played inside are the same guys. So super excited for them, super excited for the opportunity they have. And Coach Castillo's been a guy I've known for a long time. Obviously been here and been back, so he'll be back helping.
What you bring to the table?
Yeah, I mean, just a veteran guy that's been in the NFL, that's been in college, and really high quality offensive lineman. Obviously, that's an important position for me. So I want guys that I feel that can help that position as much as possible, and I feel like he can bring a lot to the table.
Well, now that Mikey Keene is signed, and you kind of comment on him, what made him someone you guys targeted in the portal, and how do you expect he'll factor into the quarterback competition in the spring?
Yeah, I mean, an experienced guy that's played a lot of football. Really excited about him. We played him in the first game, so we know how tough he is. We know the type of throws he can make. Just heard great things, impeccable things about him as a leader. And I'm really excited to push that room and give us an experienced guy that we feel that can go win his games, and that was the most important piece of it.
You stay in the front here.
Coach Moore, now that you've had basically a month full of preparation for this game, who do you feel has made the most of their experience in terms of practice, and who do you feel like has really taken their game to the next step?
Yeah, I mean, you just look at everybody on the team. I don't think there's a position group that has overachieved or overseeded. All those guys have really taken the opportunity to get better. You look at from the O-line to the D-line to the DBs, quarterback, running backs, and all those different positions. Everybody's taken a chance to get better, and they've really invested the time that they've had to get better. And really excited about it. The young players that are going to get to play in the game, the older guys that are playing in the game. So they're just ready to strap it off for Michigan.
Sherrone, your impressions of Jordan Marshall during practice, and second question on Evan. I mean, he took some heat this season. How do you think he progressed later on in the season, and how confident are you at left tackle with him?
Yeah, I mean, first Jordan Marshall, he's a young kid, he's dynamic. We really felt really good about him throughout the year. He had a couple of bumps and bruises, and was limited a little bit, and is at full strength now. He's got a chance to be a really special player. So really excited about him. And then Evan's been great. Evan actually he switched in fall camp from a position where he actually was at, and he's done a really good job. Really excited about him. He had really last two games played exceptional. Played really good in the last game of the year, and he's just had a really good week of prep or month of prep, and excited for him and what he's going to do.
Over here on the left.
Sherrone, when you bring in a transfer quarterback, what's the message to him about potential starting and getting the games?
Yeah, it's open competition. Nobody's promised a starting spot. Everybody's got to earn it, and he really understands that, even with the guys he's brought in. So he's really excited to push the whole room, and he's a guy that's played a lot of football, that has a lot of experience, and made plays at all different levels. And his familiarity with Chip Lindsey was really huge. They had a connection previously, so that helped. But just all the reviews that we got from him as a person, as a player. And then it was huge that we played him this year. We saw him live in action. We saw him make some really good throws and do some really things dynamic. So really ready for him to get going in this program.
This year, how much left do you guys have to do in the portal, and what's your balance been like preparing for obviously another important game here, but still obviously you've been successfully attacking that as well?
Yeah, I think there's always going to be that balance. With the calendar how it is, regardless if you're in the playoff, if you're in a bowl game, big time bowl game like this one, then you're going to have some balance, with the recruiting piece. The recruiting piece never stops. It's 365. Even when it's a dead period, people are still calling you, texting you. So it never stops. So for us, it's just been a continuing emphasis on what we have to do and the guys we have to get. There's still a few positions we need to get and we want to get, but Ultimately, they got to be best fit for the program, but the main thing right now is trying to go win this game.
Is that trenches, that position?
Huh?
The trenches, is that the position too?
It's a mix of different positions for sure. Always want the best guys up front.
Leo?
For both coaches and Coach Moore first, when you're looking at film of the opposition, offense, defense, is there anything similar to teams you played when you look at Alabama or when you look at Michigan?
I mean, for us, you start on offense, and Jalen's special. He's not like any quarterback we've played, or the ability that he has to impact the game with his legs. You know, they've got great playmakers on the outside, a big offensive line, so it's just a different animal, it's a different, group. And defensively, again, NFL players everywhere, so, we played some really good teams all year. We played Oregon, we played Texas, we played Ohio State, so similar to those guys and the guys that we played the top competition that we played all year.
Max Bredesen, a cornerstone offensive captain. He's here. He said he hasn't made a decision about his future, but can you just speak on the impact his leadership and his play on the field have had in practices so far?
Yeah, I mean, he's the ultimate competitor, ultimate leader, everything you want in a captain and a guy you want on your team. As physical as a player in college football, I would say, and he's everything you want from a leader on your team. So he impacts our team, not just on the field, but off the field in huge ways, and making sure the locker room is aligned in every single way. And I just can't speak highly enough about that man, about that young man, and just excited for his future and making his determination whatever he does.